Hello, I'm Brian Fitzgerald, the Golf Doctor, and today I'm going to talk about something I've been asked twice this week. So coincidentally, two different people, 2 different days. So if these two people are asking me the question, I think I need to answer it in this video. So what is the question? The question is, should my irons sit flat on the ground at address? If you're interested in this, stay tuned. So if this is your first time to this channel, welcome. This channel is all about helping you play better golf. And as I said before, I've been asked twice this week the same question. Should my irons sit flat at address? The answer is no. You don't want the club sitting flat at address. Reason being is when we swing a golf club, we've got a lot of dynamic movement. We've got our body moving, legs moving, arms moving, spine moving. There's a lot of moving. So it's not a stationary thing. It's a dynamic movement. So when I swing the club dynamically, what happens is the club bends. So the shaft of the club bends that way during the swing. I think most people realise that the shaft also bends that way, but it also, little known fact is it bends that way. In addition to that, when we're trying to create a little bit of power, our hands become more upright at address. So what happens is we may start out with the club sitting flat on the ground, but due to the dynamic movement and our hands getting higher, we tend to get the club more towards the toe of the club, combined with the fact that the shaft bends a little bit and the toe comes down. We really don't want to have that club starting flat. We need to allow for it. We know it's going to do that. So what we need to do is just start with the toe of the club slightly off the ground a little bit more. So we have our hands slightly lower at address. That gives us room so that when we get that dynamic movement, the club can actually get back to nice and straight and flat at impact. Now, of course, that's provided our clubs have been fitted to our swing. And this is really important. If you have the wrong fitting club in terms of lie angle, it's really going to make it difficult for you to hit good shots. So you need to see a PGA golf professional, preferably. That's my preference. They've had a lot of training in this area, and they also are golf coaches, so they understand the dynamic between coaching and fitting. So if you get the right fitted iron, when we start in our address position, we just want the toe to be slightly off the ground. That allows us for our dynamic movement where our hands get slightly higher, and at the point of impact, the bottom of the club will sit nice and flat. So it's really important we get the clubs fitted. Now, one little known fact, and I have said this in a video before, but when we are using our most lofted wedge, in this case it's a 60-degree sand wedge, for me to hit the ball so that I want to get the ball up high and over the bunker, I will tend to keep my hands lower. So in terms of what we said before about the dynamic movement, our hands become higher. When we're trying to hit a little soft shot over a bunker and get the ball to stop on the green, we tend to keep our hands a little bit lower. So in actual fact, you want to try and get the lie angle of your most lofted club a little bit flatter than the rest. I still want your hands lower to start with. So as soon as I try and hit that lofted shot up and over the bunker, I keep my hands quite low and I return them quite low. So instead of getting that hand high for power, I'm keeping my hands low so that I can get the leading edge under the ball, get the maximum loft on the golf club to get it up in the air. So it's quite common for our most lofted wedge to be 2 degrees flatter than what our standard iron makeup is. So I hope that answers the question for you. Thank you for letting me help you with your golf. I'm Brian Fitzgerald, the Golf Doctor. And if you like my videos, you can click on my picture on the golf ball down the bottom there. You can get further information on my Facebook page or my Twitter feed. You could also sign up to my electronic newsletter or listen to any of my podcasts at thegolfdoctor.com.au.